this is City Scrapper. Thank you so much for joining me on my channel today. Today I have a fairly simple mixed media layout, and I'm using a technique that I did not think of. I saw someone use this a long time ago on YouTube, and I thought I would finally try it. And this is a part of a paper towel roll or a toilet paper roll. I don't really recall which one it is, but you can use either one. And it makes a nice size circle. I'm using it with black acrylic paint, and my plan is to have my picture over on the right and to have most of my mixed media and circles on the right, but then have some on the left that's similar, kind of mirrors it, but a smaller amount. And I've had this footage for a long time. I made this layout a while ago, and I just kept editing and doing the voiceovers for my newer layouts. This one just kept getting put aside, and I really wanted to get this one completed because I feel like this is a perfect technique for someone who maybe is a little afraid to do mixed media or hasn't done it before, because it's super simple. You can see now that I'm using the watered down black acrylic paint. I added some more water to it, and I'm using two paintbrushes, and I'm tapping one with the other, and the harder you tap, the larger the droplets become. So I want to vary the size of the droplets, so I'm hitting lightly and then hitting a little harder, and my goal is to make lots of splatters of different sizes. And I do end up, because I want to have some larger sizes and I want them in a particular place, I do end up using my paintbrush and painting in. You can see that dot right there. I'm just trying to make it bigger. I don't want it to look too much like I painted it. I want it to look a little bit like a splatter. And somehow I feel like that just balances things out. Now I'm going back in with a little bit of gesso. I got some splatters where I didn't want them. It's not a big deal. I don't expect to totally cover up the splatters, but I just wanted to fade them out a little bit because I want the focus of my composition to be those two clusters on the right and on the left. So once everything dries, I'm using some watercolor sprays to add some color to the layout. And all the sprays that I'm using in this particular layout are from Prima. They're the Color Bloom 2 sprays. I picked these up a while back on Peachy Sheep, and I really love these sprays. The ones that I'm using today, they all seem to be like the same intensity of color, the same brightness, the same depth of color. So I thought that it would be great to combine a lot of the colors on this layout. And I chose the colors for this layout based on a color collection, based on a paper collection called Indie Bloom by Basic Grey. So it's a much older collection. Basic Grey hasn't been making papers for a very long time, but I just use the color scheme in that collection as the inspiration for the colors in my layout. And I do end up using a tiny bit of the Basic Grey collection on my layout, but for the most part, this is a mixed media layout. And as you can see, I'm just adding a whole bunch of different colors. I have some reddish purple. I have that purple, but like kind of royal blue color there. I have some green, some yellow, and just keeping the color basically within those black circles and just trying to have it not exactly meet in the middle, but just come close to the middle. And now I'm adding some more tiny black splatters along the edge. I like adding splatters along the edge, all kinds of splatters, the colors that I'm using and the black splatters. And I feel like splatters and light color along the edge kind of helps to transition the eye from the blocks of color to the background. So that's why you can see I'm adding some splatters of the different colors along the edges of those. I guess you can call them clusters, but they're really just areas where the color has been applied. And now I'm using my heat gun to dry everything off a little bit. Now that everything's dry, I'm going back in with some watered down white acrylic paint, and I just keep that in a little bottle right nearby my table so that I could add it. It's very easy to just water down some white acrylic paint, but for me it just works that I always have it watered down. And I do add a lot of white splatters. I feel like it just kind of makes the whole layout just kind of look like it's uniform. And now I'm going back in again with some white gesso and again just fading out some of those spots, not all of them, but just some of the places where I feel like I don't want to have a lot of color. Once everything is dry, I decided to go back in with some stamping, and this is archival black ink. It's the Stays On brand, and my stamp pad is getting a little old, so it's kind of light, but I think that works for me. I don't want to have my stamping be the most prominent thing on the background. I just want to add a little bit of texture. The first stamp that I added was a mesh or grid kind of stamp, and I just have a little tiny stamp in my stash. I'm not sure where that's from. And then the stamp I'm using now, it's a rubber stamp. Again, I don't know the manufacturer. It's a text stamp, a script text stamp, and I believe I got that at a flea market, and I just took the wood part off and I just used the rubber part, and I like to be able to manipulate the stamps because I just use them on the backgrounds. So what I'm doing now is I'm using that Indie Bloom collection, and I could see there's one piece of purple cardstock there that's just from my cardstock scraps, and I am just layering some papers behind the photo, and I just did a couple of layers there and I offset them a little bit. Now I want to add something to the mixed media that's on the background, and my thought was to use some stars, and I use a whole bunch of different stars. The black paper, the black and white stripe paper that I'm playing with now, that is not from the Indie Bloom collection. That's from the Illustrated Faith by Bella Boulevard She Blooms collection. And I just thought it would be nice to kind of have a boundary on either side to contain the colors. I backed my photo with some fun foam and just attaching that down on the right there. And then I continue to play with some of those embellishments. The white stars are from Studio Calico, I believe. I think they were having a sale a couple of years ago. I bought so many great things from them. They had this fantastic mega sale, and I picked up a lot of those white stars. And those are like wood. They're wood, but they're painted white. And I believe those black stars are also from Studio Calico. So I added some of those in there. And I'm also adding in some lavender ones that were from the same set. When I'm adding embellishments to a page, I try to spread the embellishments around, and I spread them around by size and by color. I want them to be balanced. So a lot of it has to do with where I think things look nice, and also just trying to make sure that there isn't any one color or any one type of embellishment that is too concentrated in one spot. So something like this kind of a layout, I feel that the embellishments are a big part of it. So I do move them around a bit. The title that I'm using is a piece of wood veneer. I think that's a Heidi Swap wood veneer, and it already has a finish on it, but I want it to be black. So I started off painting it with some black acrylic paint. And once I had painted it, I used black embossing powder. The paint is still wet, so I didn't need to add anything else to it, as far as glue or any kind of adhesive to keep the embossing powder on there. And then I'm just embossing and just making it shiny, and it looks, super pretty. I love embossing. And then once that title is done and dry, I am going to attach that to my background. Before I do, though, I am just adding a little bit of paint behind it. I just didn't like the way something was looking there. There was just like a little bit of color, and I wanted a little bit more. And as a final touch, I wanted to add some photo corners to my paper. I'm using a close to my heart punch, but you could just cut some paper from the corner of a piece of paper. And that is my layout, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I hope if you like this video, you'll give me a thumbs up. And thank you so much to my current subscribers. I hope that everybody has a great day, and I hope you'll try a layout like this out. I'll see you again soon. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.